Hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and welcome to the first episode of a brand new series on Killer Fish Games, Cold Waters. Cold Waters is a submarine simulation game where you take command of an individual ship. Killer Fish Games is the maker of War on the Sea, where you control fleets. In this one, you are the captain of an individual submarine. My first playthrough of this was the NATO 1984 campaign. I will link to that at the end of the episode. If you are new here, welcome. Glad you could join us. If you would like to follow along through this campaign, which is going to be the U.S. versus China in the South China Sea 2000 campaign, hit the subscribe button and you can come along too. Being the first episode of a series, if you like the episode, hit that like button, leave a comment. Thoughts, tips, and advice, as I always say. The more comments and likes it gets, the better for the series and the YouTube algorithm. Helps it get out there to people and helps my growing little channel. So we are going to be doing the South China Sea. A major economic crisis sees the Chinese leadership make a military push to secure Hong Kong, Taiwan, and the vast oil fields in the Spratly Islands. A cash-strapped Russia, meanwhile, supplies the PRC with military aid. So we are going to start this. We'll not worry about that right now. I took a look through the submarines available to us for this campaign. I have decided to go with the Seawolf. I like the 8 tubes that it has, the 1,600 feet of test depth, and the top speed. It's also a pretty quiet sub. Being a hunter-killer, it's pretty fast too. We do have options of ADCAP torpedoes, Moss decoys, which I relied on quite heavily in the last series. They saved my ass quite a few times. UGM-84 missiles, Tomahawk TASM missiles, land attack. This is surface attack. Seawolf was designed to be a superlative hunter-killer submarine that could penetrate the heavily guarded Soviet boomer bastions. So we are going to go with the Seawolf class. Commander J, that's yours truly. Effective immediately, you are hereby assigned command of Seawolf class submarine USS Seawolf, SSN 21. Congratulations and good luck in your new command. Straits of Crisis. In the years since Lee Teng-hu has pronounced Taiwanese independence after a national referendum vote, regional tensions remained high in East Asia. While opposing military forces have demobilized, diplomatic rhetoric has only escalated, with Chinese Communist Party representatives promising to return the renegade province back to the fold. Belligerent tone taken by the PRC over Taiwan is extended to Hong Kong, destabilizing regional relations and leading the UK government to indefinitely delay the planned handover of Hong Kong to China. Anti-Western protests have been regularly sighted in the mainland cities. The economic crisis that started with the collapse of Thai baht in the spring has become a global financial contagion, showing no signs of abating. So economies are suffering, tensions are flaring. The Russians are helping the Chinese with advanced submarines and military advisors. China has launched a series of attacks along its periphery, placing recent sabotage against U.S. military installations in a new light. Tensions have remained high since Taiwan's independence and Hong Kong's failed handover. So they are now in a shooting war, or we are in a shooting war. And we are docked at Guam. It is September 6th of the year 2000, 2200 hours. Intel reports that a wolf pack of enemy diesel-electric attack subs will sail within the next 24 hours and attempt to deploy to the South China Sea. It is believed the Chinese intend to reinforce their surface assets in the area, forming an effective barrier defense. Once deployed, this wolf pack will be a major threat to future Allied operations, thus you must find and eliminate this threat. Intelligence believes the pack may consist of 2 submarines, which may be a mix of Foxtrot, Romeo, or Kilo class. So that is our mission. So we're going to go into our weapons and see what we have available. I'm going to bump down the land attack missiles because we are not in a position to use them just yet. We're going to bring our torpedoes. We're going to go with 18 torpedoes. We're going to bring our Mosses up. We're going to reload 2 tubes with Mosses. And we are going to cast off anchors away. Like I said, I did do a NATO 1984 campaign on this. I will link to that at the end of the episode. And also, welcome if you're new, and hit the subscribe so you can come along with us. Let's get our butts to the South China Sea. Alright, so there they are right there. Paracel Islands. Let's move in on them. And we have our first contact. Bearing 273, designated Sierra 1. Our depth is 150 feet. We are going 10 knots. All hands man your battle stations.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Last bearing.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Right. Last bearing was 273.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing. 119. Designated Sierra 1.
Alright, so they are behind us.
Con, sonar, new contact
And in front of
bearing.
us.
243. Designated Sierra 2.
We are above the lair.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing.
Right.
271. Designated Sierra 3.
Let's start identifying these guys. That's pretty close. There we go, right there.
Con, sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
Let's see what we can find for you. That's... Alright, we're into the surface ships now. That one might not even be a sub. If it is, it's an alpha. Might be a merchant.
Con,
That's a
sonar,
merchant.
Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
Now we have to look for the other sub, which is pretty obvious if that's it right there. It's close, but it's not it. Nope. The trawler.
Con, sonar, Sierra 2 is
Alright, so we
classified
found
as
one of them.
merchant.
Let's start heading towards them.
Helm left 268. Helm I.
Alright, there we are in our Seawolf. We're at 150 feet. Now we are above, well, right at the layer, so they're below it. Set that weapon depth. Alright, so they are 21,000 yards out. Let's bump our speed up a little bit.
10 knots. maneuvering aye.
And drop our depth down
Con,
to...
maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots. Con, helm.
Let's go down to
steady
300
course.
feet.
Make depth 300 feet, dive aye.
Now we are right in their baffles, so... What's their speed? 14 knots.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 2, last bearing, 2, 4, 5, contact faded.
Alright, let's bump it up to 15 knots.
Make turns for 15 knots, maneuvering aye.
Kinda
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
curious where that other sub is. Looks like the floor's at 2,000 feet or so. So we're not, doesn't really seem like it's going to be something we're going to have to worry about here. As long as we can stay in their baffles, we should be good.
Con, dive at 300 feet, dive aye.
Alright, I'm going to slow down
Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering aye.
and do a crazy Ivan to clear our own baffles. See where the other, that other sub may be. So all our
sonar,
torpedoes.
regained contact on. Sierra, 1, bearing, 109.
Right, now it's saying they're 12,000 feet out.
Con, sonar, regained contact. Con, maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Alright, we could probably speed up a little bit. We're in their baffles. I
Make
just
turns for
want to make sure
0 knots, maneuvering
there's
aye.
nothing behind us.
Con,
real quick.
maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots. Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 3, last bearing, 278.
That's
contact
fine.
is in the baffles.
Alright, there are no aircraft in the air, which is a good thing. Those aircraft can be
Make turns for 15 knots, maneuvering aye.
pretty impressive foe.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
See what we can do here. Looking for the time compression. Well, that wasn't it. F9. Yep, there's time compression.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 1, last bearing, 10. Come right to 277. Helm aye.
Right, now we have to reacquire the kilo because we did lose her. Slow it down.
Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering aye. Con, sonar, regained contact on. Sierra, 3, bearing, 269.
Right, she's 10,000 yards out. Like she's still moving away from us. 37% solution.
Make turns for 10 knots, maneuvering aye.
Right, let's close the distance a little
Make
bit.
turns for 15 knots, maneuvering aye.
Alright, we lost him. Obviously we can't go that fast.
Make turns for 10 knots, maneuvering aye.
Wonder where that other sub is. Slow down.
Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering aye.
Okay, they're at 8,000 yards now. Let's get this torpedo ready. out that time compression here.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Alright, tube 1's away. We can adjust the torpedo. See what kind of search pattern they have. We can also guide it by hand. I'm not really sure I can do that here. Yeah, because I'm playing on a laptop. I don't have a keypad. I have just the numbers up top, so I wonder if this will work. Oh, that's just the camera. Alright, so we got one torpedo away. They can't hear us. Alright, let's speed it up.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Really kind of curious where that other sub is. We're only going 8 knots, so we're still going to be catching up on them. Alright, we did. And I don't want to go too fast because I don't know if the wire is going to break at any particular speed. They still haven't really hurt us. They've got nothing on us because we're right in their baffles. Move that torpedo in.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 284.
Alright, they did pick up our torpedo. Let's grab this. Slow down.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
There we go.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 285. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2 bearing.
Alright, she's somewhere out here.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Not sure where she disappeared to. Just have our torpedo go in a circle. Hasn't fired yet, though. All concerning. A little rusty in this game, I'd say.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
There we go. Weapons acquired.
Con sonar lost contact.
There we go.
Sierra 3, last bearing 289. Contact breaking up.
Alright, let's reload. And there goes the enemy sub. What's that? 160 feet. Let's go up to 150 feet and see if there's anything lurking above the layer. We'll bring it right up to
0 feet, dive by.
100, or make it right up to 50 feet.
Con, Torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 085.
Alright. I'm not seeing anything
Con,
else
dive
here.
at 50 feet, dive I.
Let's head off in this direction.
Come right to 358, helm I.
Can't imagine that would be... They said there were
Con,
two,
helm,
so...
steady course.
Go up to periscope depth.
Make depth 5 feet, dive I.
Want to correctly identify these two ships. Okay.
Upscope, raise the ESM mast.
They might be too far away. Aren't any threats.
Downscope, lower the ESM mast.
Alright, let's go back down below the layer.
Make depth 200 feet, dive I.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 08.
Con, dive at 200 feet, dive I.
Let's do a crazy Ivan and... see if we can't pick anything up. Might even consider throwing out a couple pings.
Con sonar switching to active search.
Okay.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 274. Contact faded.
Well, is that it? Let's find out. 1 kilo sunk. After action report is good. Very pleased to see that you dealt with those subs with determination and resolve, Commander. Remember that for every enemy vessel we take out, it means a safer transit for our troops and transports. Good work. New orders will be issued shortly on this downlink. Subkillers. Incident involving attacks on convoys by hostile submarines in and around the South China Sea have rapidly diminished. An anonymous spokesperson suggested that increased U.S. submarine operations in the area are a contributing factor. Without the threat of attack from submarines, trans-Pacific crossings are becoming more efficient and suffering less losses. Very good. So the war is off to a good start. Intelligence has discerned a pattern to movement of enemy at sea replenishment tankers and tenders. A small enemy force, including 1 or 2 of these ships, is expected to sail from Wingo momentarily for a rendezvous somewhere in the East China Sea. You are ordered to find and sink this group. You may also get the chance at the enemy warships this group is intended to support. What tenders and tankers are the mission target? Alright, so we have to go after the replenishment tankers and tenders. Now, if you watch my last Cold Water series, for some reason, those tankers and tenders were a thorn in my side. Every mission that I had that involved tankers and tenders, I bombed at. So, we could possibly be going up against our greatest challenge, the tanker and tender. So we are going to continue. We're going to actually load 2 TASMs. Into our tubes. I'm going to use the torpedoes for the escorts and the TASMs for the tankers and tenders. My thoughts are, if you launch early enough, you can get the tankers and tenders and avoid the escorts, which no doubt are going to be shooting torpedoes at us, and we're going to have to dodge those. We are going to do that in the next episode. This gives you a little taste of the submarine action this game offers. Kind of surprised there wasn't actually more than one sub, but it's a good kickoff to the campaign and a good kickoff to the series. They didn't even get a shot off at us, which is a good thing. That's going to be kind of my goal, to be a little more stealthy than I was in my NATO 1984 campaign. Going in guns blazing doesn't always work out the best, and my sub got messed up quite a bit. Anyway, if you like this episode, hit the like button. Leave your thoughts, tips, and advice in the comment section below. Any likes and comments will surely help the series out in terms of the YouTube algorithm, get it out there. If you're seeing this for the first time and you're new to the channel, this is the type of game that I am prone to play. War games, strategy games, some simulation games. If that's your thing, I wouldn't mind having you come along, join us for the fun, hit the subscribe button, and we will see you back in the South, now the East China Sea, while we're going to take on the infamous tankers and tenders in the USS Seawolf. J76NY saying, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the premiere episode, and have yourself a very good day.